Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're revisiting the Exit 8 to check out its latest update that was added in celebration of the live-action movie release, which I believe I saw a poster for at some time in my life, but I totally forgot it came out, so I'd have to check that out for myself. Anyways, apparently this update added a lot of new anomalies, and I'm curious to check it out. Last time I played this game was in December of 2023, so it's been a minute. It's developed by Kotake Create, and it's published by Playism, and you can find the game on Steam. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video, I'll review the game, share my general thoughts, give it my final judgment, and I will have timestamps in the description. Anyways, I normally do like a little transition to tell you about the game, but basically we just need to find the Exit 8 and keep an eye out for anomalies. It's pretty straightforward, so go ahead and get started, and it just kind of throws you into it, so here we go. I have almost no memory of this game, but I'll do my best. I think this keeps track of what level we're on, so we're on 0 at the moment. We need to find all the anomalies, or any anomaly, rather. And I believe if we see an anomaly, we need to go back the other way. I can't remember. Okay, I do remember that guy walking around. Not sure how long this video will be. We'll just kind of hang out for a little while, see if we can get a nice variety of anomalies, and go from there. Nice sprint. Game runs really well, too. I like this. Forgot I need to kind of pay attention to some of this stuff. But I think so far so good. Yeah, we're on 2 now. We gotta keep an eye on this guy doing weird stuff. I think some of the posters can change, and there's like some pretty very obvious events that happen. Can't remember if we can interact with these or not. Oh, also sprint is left click. That is super weird. The heck? The game is very bright, as you can tell by my camera. Okay, I missed one. Huh. Not sure what it was, but some of them I think can be quite subtle. Who are you? Tell me your name. We'll just keep trying. We have no smoking. We have the dentist poster. The restaurant or BLC store. The dog salon. The man. Wow, unfazed. Jesus Christ. I don't know if that's because I bumped into him or that because he... Jesus. He was following us. I don't like that at all, dude. Oh, no. I think that's what I liked so much about this game before, is that it's just so subtle, but so effective in a lot of ways. I don't know. Like I said, I barely remember it at all. Alright, here we go. I'm just looking around. Gotta really keep an eye on this guy now. Huh. I mean, I don't see anything different. I think maybe we need to wait around a little bit more. Just in case. Also, if you can hear my dogs barking through my mic, I apologize. I have a pretty decent noise gate, but yeah, they're pretty loud. Oh, I forgot to read this. I didn't realize this was here. Don't overlook any anomalies. If you find anomalies, turn back immediately. If you don't find anomalies, do not turn back. Go out from exit 8. It's an odd way to phrase that. So I have Nambu Park, Mizu Junior High School. I'm probably butchering these names. Maybe I should move on. Alright, I guess we need to keep an eye out, obviously. I keep turning around just to see if it triggers. Jesus Christ from above. I'm out of here. Nope. I'm not even going to look in the door. No. No. I don't know what's in there. I don't know why I thought he looked a little faster at first. Oh, he's wearing some weird stuff on his face. Like a freaking psycho. No thank you. Okay. Yeah, keep walking. I don't know why I thought I just saw something. Is this poster always here? No smoking. Is this line off kilter? Isn't it supposed to be more in the center? Or is that just me? That's kind of weird though, right? Am I overthinking this? I'm afraid that either way I risk resetting us. I'm pretty adamant that this was supposed to be in the center. Let's go back. I might be wrong. Why is he still standing there? Oh man, it says 0 now. So maybe I messed up. Jeez, what the heck? What's going on? Okay. I guess we'll just move on then. I guess I messed up. This is 0. Okay, maybe it is off center. Oh well. My bad. What? Do they keep going out if I walk forward? Oh yeah, no thank you. Nope. That was pretty cool though. Alright, let's keep an eye out. So far, so good. Hello? Hello? Look like a ghost with this bright game on me. Keep left. Oh, I see. Okay. These are just like it's like a walking line, like traffic. Never realized that was a thing. Okay. keeping an eye on him. I don't trust him. I don't know who he is. Cool. This place is really clean. My favorite thing about it. The Japanese pride themselves on being clean, which I think is great. For having, like, clean, you know, environments. Hey, I missed something. Cool. Definitely super subtle, whatever that was, because I didn't notice anything. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Somebody's locked in the room. They're very upset. I don't want to find out what it is. I'm gonna push on and see what some anomalies, you know, may actually do. I'm not gonna just run away from everything. Don't worry. Or will I? I don't know. It's up to me. Hey, what you doing? Where you going? What's your name? Okay. Wow. What a jerk. Alrighty then. Let's move on. I don't think anything has really stood out to me as new, but maybe if you know better, you can let me know. I think my first video, my only video of this game is only like 30 minutes. I probably didn't even see all the original ones. I find it weird that sometimes there's nothing... Like, I'm under the impression that even though they're random, that the closer you get to 8, more likely there is an anomaly. I mean, I could be totally wrong about that, but that is my theory. Wait, what does that say? Okay. Alright, we're back up to 3. Obviously. He's smiling. Run! Nothing more scary than a man smiling in a really quiet subway station. Okay. Oh! Okay. I would say the poster moving on the wall is an anomaly. Excuse me, sir. Coming through. I'm pretty sure there's one where this guy just runs at us. Oh my gosh, what is that peeking at us in there? Oh, that is so creepy. Why? Like, what in the heck, dude? That is so creepy. Who are you? Okay. Ooh. Ooh, we're gonna leave. Oh my gosh. I've never seen that one before. Oh, there's something at the end of the hall. Do you see it? Like on the corner there? It's like camouflaged. What the heck is that? Please don't chase me. Like, this thing will definitely kill us, right? Oh! Let's get out of here. That was pretty cool. Alright, well, we're one away. Need to not mess up at the last second. Keep an eye on this guy. Okay, he's not smiling. He's not wearing a mask. He has a cell phone. And a suitcase, briefcase. Okay. Check the posters. Wait a minute. Posters are different. This one's usually the last one. Bro. I was just... What's your problem? I want to read it. Oh, it's in Japanese. Why is it doing that? Hello? Okay. God, dude. Why are you just standing there? Alright, we're on the last stretch here. Oh. I would say that this is not normal. Like, first I thought it was hair. I mean, is it? Is anything else happening here? If I keep walking? No? Okay. Bit of an easy victory there. Right? Wait, what? Is this... Do I just leave now, or do I actually need to keep an eye out for anything? I don't know. I would say everything looks normal, though. Relatively. Aha! We did it! Wow, look at that. That looks cool. God. My eyes! Interesting. Alright, we're gonna run it again. See if we can get some different stuff to happen. What, you thought that was it? Silly goose. Keep an eye on the vents. Keep an eye on the posters. Keep an eye on the man. Hey. Hey. One day he'll talk to me. And then I'll ignore him. Alright, nice. There's stairs at the end of the hall. That's definitely not normal, but let's take a peek. How would this even work? Like, what happens if we walk up into this? I mean, we just started. We gotta look, right? Alright, it just starts us over. Cool. I think there's random. I think that was very random. It made me think that there's like 2 achievements in this game. I have one of them, and I think the other one is just to experience all the anomalies. I assume the achievement that I have is just finding the exit. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure of anything. By the way, if you're new here, I appreciate you joining us. I keep forgetting to mention that at the beginning of the video. Had a lot of new people join us, and I think it's great. I'm very grateful of you. I hope you continue enjoying what I do here. I'm having a good time. I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much. Anyways, back to the game. No smoking. We get it. I kind of wish we had a zoom in this game. Maybe that would be cheating, but... Is that how the vents always were? I don't know why I thought there was nothing in between these two doors. Okay, those are my footsteps. I thought I kept hearing footsteps. I didn't see anything, so let's go. I wonder what the statistics are on how many playthroughs it would take to find all the anomalies. Let's say, I don't know, I don't even know how many there are. Let's say there's like 50. I mean, you could go through this many, many times and not see them all. I didn't see anything, but I have a feeling there was one. Nope, okay. I'm wanting to just walk on the left now because it makes me feel rude walking in his way. That is upside down. Okay. They don't call me Eagle Eye Ubu for nothing. That's not true. Nobody has ever called me that. Maybe I've called myself that. As a joke, just like right now. Anyways. Hey, what you doing? Going to work? You going home? Okay, well. See ya. Everything looks normal. Think. What is concourse? I don't know if I've ever heard that word used in a sentence. I feel like I keep seeing stuff, but guess not. Alright, well, I have a pretty uneventful streak so far. Famous last words. Hey. I hope you stub your toe. Just kidding. I don't really think that, but maybe one day. I am talking a lot of nonsense. I'm pretty good at that. I'd like to see the movie based on this game. I don't remember when the last time I saw that mentioned. I probably bookmarked it on Twitter or something, but... Alright, I was reading the update notes. Oh my goodness. Yellow lights. Walking forward to see if anything happens. I don't want to keep running from stuff and take all the fun out of this. I don't want to go too far and it trigger as a failure, so... Pretty cool. Forgot what I was saying, but it said in the update notes that, like, oh, in celebration of the live-action movie, I was like, wait, what? I've heard, like, no one talk about it. Maybe it's only in Japan? I don't know. I'd like to watch it. I'm curious what you would even be doing in the movie, but maybe it's the short film more than anything. I don't know. There are a couple pretty decent movies. I can't remember what the name of them was, but, or were, whatever. That it's like people stuck in a subway system. I don't know why people don't do that more. I can't remember the name of the one that I'm thinking about, but it's like a woman gets, she like falls asleep or something. I think it's a British film, or like English. And she falls asleep and she wakes up and she's like, no one's around. She's locked in. They like locked the subway. She can't get out. And then she meets some guy that like lives in a wall, and there's like some rat thing killing people, or I might be blending two movies together, but it's like a rat human hybrid thing. It was really grotesque, like really gory, but it was a pretty solid like vibe. I just can't remember the name of that movie. All right, we're at number 8. Oh man, I wanted to. Does it keep this progress if I go back like this? Whoops, I screwed it up. I wanted to look at the sign when it said number 8. My bad. Oh well. I wanted to see more anomalies anyways. I meant to do that. Hey. Bye. My bad. Alright, well we missed another one. What was it? Alright, this is the steps again, so we know how that ends. It wasn't like a really old movie. It was, I mean, I guess maybe it was. I don't know. Everything seems normal. I like this setting. You know, I kind of wish games like this, I mean, it's not that big a deal, but, you know, we have this, like, hallway that we're in right now. I wish they would just take the same concept and just change the setting. It could be in the woods, like a walking path, or, you know, something like that. I think that'd be cool to have, like, just, like, a level selection, if that makes sense. Because I think after a while you kind of get used to the setting, but... Wow, I missed something again. Maybe I'm rushing. I need to slow down. Okay. Just trying to remember everything. He has his cell phone. I don't know if him... I don't know if it's possible for him to have, like, stuff missing from his hands or different objects or something. Everything, keep saying it, looks normal. Like, imagine this kind of game, or this game, but like I think a hiking trail would work really well. Being out in the woods, that would be so spooky. Or like a mall. Or like on a ship, like a cruise ship. Where you could have like, as you're walking through, you could have like the view of the ocean on one side. I missed something again. Wow. I have no idea what these little anomalies are that I'm missing. It must be subtle enough, because... Okay, well, I noticed that one. The lights are cattywampus. Yes, that is a word. Thought I heard something. Hey, okay. Coming through. So yeah, if you were like on a ship, as you walk through it, you know, you could like look out the ocean, make sure there's nothing out there, stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. Not that I'm not enjoying this. I'm just thinking out loud. Are you the same? Are you an anomaly? Are you human? Turn back, turn back, turn back, turn back. Oh, okay. I will listen to the sign. Something about him seems different to me. I feel like he was like already locked on me, looking at me as he was coming around the corner. Yeah, he's looking at me. Ew, 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 ew. That's what it looked like. Like he was already looking at me when he came around the corner. That was a good one. And trying to create sort of like a pattern, like a repetition of checking certain things as I come in here. Look at all the writing, of course. I mean, being Japanese symbols, whatever they're called, don't know if I would notice that they're different unless I really paid attention. Anyways, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. So far, so good. I will say, interesting that he was definitely creepy, but I think the scariest thing that's happened so far has just been that woman peeking out the door, because it was just so, like, uncanny. She's just so strange looking. With a smile. So, just gonna double check everything real quick, because I don't notice anything that's different. That concerns me, because I've been wrong several times now. Well, this looks good, though. Alright, nice. I also think what's really effective about this game is it plays on your sense of curiosity, that every time you move to the next section, I'm always like, personally, I'm always like anticipating something to be very obviously different. And I think that just kind of keeps me going and wanting to see more. And I think that's really effective. Okay. That's what makes this game effective in a lot of ways. Let's double check our sign here. This one isn't moving. Oh! The camera's red. It's not supposed to be red. Okay. God, dude. Will you, like, go home? That was definitely one that I probably glanced over. This game is so quiet. I mean, there's like humming of lights and stuff, but other than that, it's real quiet. Could there possibly be something we're missing? I think all these posters are correct. And we have doors that seem correct as well. Right. Let's move on. What? What did I miss? There's no way. The game is wrong. That is really unfortunate. I felt pretty confident that nothing was different. What the heck could have it been? Because it looks exactly like it did before, so... I don't know. Tricky game, tricking us. It tricks us. Fat hobbitses. Are you different? Does he always have gray shoes on? Is that how subtle that's going to be? Who knows? Camera. Sign. Posters. Security camera in operation. I want to say these eyes can also blink. Maybe I'm making that up. Thought someone was chasing me. I missed something again. I don't know what, but alrighty then. Not that I don't, I don't need everything to be super obvious, but clearly my observational skills are failing me. Okay. I was standing like this earlier just to space these lights out and see if maybe there's like more lights than normal and I just didn't notice. What? If y'all see it and I don't, let me know, because I have no clue what some of these are. Hey, are you different? Like I keep seeing like artifacts. The lighting or something. Okay. Keep waiting for this guy to do something. That's why I kind of hang around. Okay. So far, so good. Now, it makes me question my judgment here now. After missing some that I really didn't notice. Really sure. Like, I would say, generally speaking, if the posters are different, the entire thing is different. I don't think there's a detail of such where it's like, oh, one of the words is different. I'm not sure. Alright, we're on level 2. Area 2. I like the ones where I just come around the corner and it's like, this is different. Obviously, it makes it a lot easier, but just like the strange feel of it. Alright, I just feel like I need to be more observant of him. What am I missing? I don't get it. What's going on? I must just be blind. So weird. Hmm. Let's keep trying. Maybe we'll see more anomalies. There's clearly some that I am not noticing. I wish we could get more that were obvious, just to see some new ones, maybe, but we'll just keep trying until I get tired of it. Sometimes it looks like a cell phone is like invisible, the weird reflection that it has on it. Now, I'm not going to say that this looks normal because it might not be normal. And it won't matter. I don't know why I keep trying to interact with those. Are these faces? In the yellow? It looks like a face to me. Like, eh. Okay, let's go back then, because that looks weird. Find all anomalies. Really? I got the achievement. Is that including the update ones? That doesn't seem right. I was fairly certain that achievement was already there for the update. Maybe not. I don't know. What? Okay. Run. Water. Flooding. Pretty sure I remember that one. That one is pretty good. Like you're in a subway and all of a sudden there's just a freaking surge of water. That would not be good. Not good at all. Okay, so it was a very subtle thing. I just didn't think of looking down at the yellow line like that. Until I did. I'm not going to say anything. Now I'll never get out of here. Obviously, it is very random, but man. Anyways, I don't mean to keep harping on I can't figure it out. Which one is it? But it's just what's happening, so. Okay, the camera is red this time. Okay. Race ya. Last when there's a rotten egg. I'm trying to listen while I'm being quiet. Okay, he's looking at me. Social anxiety. Run. Don't look at me. Huh. I would say the ones that have been getting me that I just don't see or notice feels kind of bad. Feels a little punishing, but obviously once you figure them out, you know them. I don't know. Pretty mixed about it right now. Okay. Hmm. Oh, this poster is like growing. They all are. Oh, I probably didn't notice that if it was happening before. That reminds me of like I'm on observation duty, doing stuff like that. I need to play more of those games. I think I tried playing the first one and I wasn't very good at it. And I haven't played it since. I did play the demo, I think, for the newest one, and it was pretty fun. It was like I need to go somewhere and just kind of stop and look for a few seconds. Might be the most accurate way to do things. Hello? Anyone in there? Oh no. Jeez, that was spooky. Oh my gosh. I also played like a Chinese anomaly hunt game very similar to this. The face on the ceiling. It was really good. Where it's kind of like a looping hallway scenario. Can't remember the name of it for some reason, but it wasn't that long ago. So go check that out if you want. Alright, I would say that's pretty abnormal. Creepy face on the poster. We're on 7 now. Let's keep an eye on this guy. All right. Hmm. Not seeing anything, which doesn't really mean anything. I think I'm just also just trying to listen in case there's some kind of weird audible thing we need to kind of trigger. Thought maybe too something might peek out from these vents. So something like her face can be different on this poster. Makes me wonder if each poster has something related to that, or maybe each poster has their own unique thing that can happen to them. Of course, maybe I'm overthinking all of this. Poster's staring into my soul. Trying to be extra careful here. Please don't fail us. Hey, we did it. Now I can look at this like I wanted to. Okay. Thumbnail. People still make that joke? Because I do. Alright. Let's not mess up. I assume this section is still an anomaly hunt. Because like we get to 8, and we need to not mess it up. Right? Tell me. I don't even know what this is trying to explain. Look how these guys have their arms out like they're all walking. That's kind of weird, right? This is supposed to just demonstrate motion. I'm asking a lot of questions. Tell me what you know. Where is she? Either we don't need to look for an anomaly here, or I've missed something and it's going to fail us, and we need to start all the way over. Well, which one is it? Just kind of cycling through my head ones that we've seen, if they're there or not. So that's why I'm kind of just taking my time. I don't know. There we go. Nice. We did it. All right. Well, I think we made pretty good progress at seeing a good variety of anomalies. I kind of wish we saw maybe some more unique ones, like, you know, the lights changing colors or the water flooding in. But I also wonder if the achievement of finding all the anomalies is reflecting the new update. If you know that for sure, please let me know, because if not, I can always revisit this again. But I'll go ahead and review this. I'm pretty sure I reviewed this in some manner of speaking in my previous playthrough, but my review process has probably improved and changed a lot since then. So just to be thorough, I will do my usual kind of review here. So I'll start with visuals, and I think visually this game is really solid. I have no problems with it whatsoever. I think in general, it's just very clean, very nice to look at, and I like the anomalies themselves and how they look. You know, the one that camouflages itself, the lady peeking out of the door, you know, the use of lighting I think is really well done. especially when the lighting changes or the light turns off. All of it comes together really well. I think the visual presentation of this game is super solid. In terms of audio, the audio in this game, I would say, is pretty solid as well. I like the subtle humming of the lights and how kind of quiet it is. It creates this odd sense of mystery, builds tension in a way because you never really know what's going to jump out at you or what's going to make a noise. So I think that works really well. Of course, the focus on having, realistic footsteps, of us and the man walking by us. And I think all the anomalies that have any sort of sounds associated with them sounds pretty good as well, like the water rushing and lights turning on and off and stuff like that. So of course you have the banging on the door and things like that. And I think the fact that they have anomalies that don't really have any sound is also very well done. I think sometimes the lack of sound can create a really strange sense of dread, and it can be really effective if used correctly. And a great example of that is the lady peeking out the door. She doesn't say anything. There's no noise, there's nothing. She's just there looking at you. And I think that works really well. I will say after a while, depending on your anomaly sort of spawn rate, the game is maybe too quiet, but I think that's just sort of a personal nitpick, not really that big of a deal. So overall, I would say the audio in this game is fine. Now, in terms of mechanics, I would say the game is pretty well put together. I like the focus on the randomness of it. It kind of keeps you on your toes. You never really know what to expect. I think that creates tension, but also creates a sense of wonder and intrigue of what am I going to see next when I come around this corner. I think here and there, the game might struggle a little bit of keeping my attention in some ways. Like on one hand, it makes me want to be as observant as possible. Try to find something that stands out that's not correct. What is the anomaly in this situation? If it's not obvious, I need to really pay attention. And on the other hand, even though I'm as attentive as I can be, or at least I think I am being that way, it still punishes me and sends me back to 0. So there's kind of a give and take with how subtle they can be, and it just takes practice. And I think the more you play this game, the more rewarding it can be, because then you're learning all the anomalies, and I think that can really give you the sense of accomplishment when you try to finally, figure them all out. And I think that's really cool. Like I said, some of them are way more obvious than others. Like the ones with the posters slowly growing, that's very subtle. The face on the yellow line, the face on the ceiling, the woman's face in the poster changing. There's a lot of really subtle ones, which I'm not complaining about. I just think every once in a while it's like, man, I've missed one like 3 times in a row, but I have no freaking idea what it was. So the not knowing can feel a little frustrating. But like I said, the more you play it, the more attentive you are, just trial and error, and it just comes together. And the more you do that, the more the game will just flow, I think. So I would say mechanically the game is pretty solid. While I might personally get a little frustrated not being able to figure out what I'm missing, in the long run, it's an overall pretty satisfying experience to figure everything out. Now, in terms of story and concept, there's pretty much no story for this game. You're in a looping subway station, and you need to observe the anomalies to progress to the exit 8. So I don't really have much to say about a story per se, but conceptually, I really like the game. I don't know if anomaly hunt games are getting to the point where there's just far too many of them, but I've played a handful of them, and I really enjoy the concept a lot. So I think it's probably something that's really easy to overthink and to make frustrating, but I think this game strikes a pretty decent balance with its approach. And I personally don't have any issues with it. So I would say while there's really not any story, the concept of the game I think is really effective. Now, in terms of performance and settings, I would say the game performs great. I have no problems with it at all, so no complaints there from me. We'll also go over settings during this segment, which there is no main menu, so you have to do this in game. So under game options, you have your languages, which I assume there's Japanese and English and Korean, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Portuguese. So that's pretty cool. You have your camera control for your horizontal and vertical. There are some grammatical errors here, but that's not that big a deal. So like instead of camera control horizon, it should say horizontal. So you have all of that. You have your sensitivities and whatnot. So I believe this is how you invert them. Yeah, so you can invert your camera controls. You can change its sensitivity, and you can also change its acceleration and its camera shake. So that's pretty cool. And for your video settings, you have your display modes, you have your resolution option, you have your field of view, your frame rate limit, your VSync and motion blur. For graphics, you have your quality presets, which I have on high. I'm not sure if this is by default, but this is just what I have the game set on. Resolution scale, and your lighting, reflection, anti-aliasing, and post-processing quality. So you can adjust those if you would like. And then for audio volume, all you have is master volume, which is fine. I think the volume mixing in this game is acceptable, so no problems there. So I would say performance is really good, and the settings, I think, are acceptable and appropriate for this kind of game. I don't think there's anything that needs a lot of adjusting. Of course, there are a few minute things for you to fiddle with if you'd like, but I don't think it needs much more than what's presented. So performance and settings are great. So my final judgment for the Exit 8 and its new update is, I would say, it's very good. I really enjoy this game a lot. I think it has a really nice visual presentation, a pretty decent audio design, and its approach to its mechanics I think can be frustrating sometimes, but in general is a good time to experience all the anomalies, trying to learn them and to progress as efficiently as possible. I think it's a satisfying gameplay loop. While there's no story, I really like the concept of the game, and I think it's well executed. The performance is really solid as well, and I think the options are acceptable. So overall, really solid stuff, and I'm interested to see if this developer will continue to make new games or to update this game. I'd like to see this concept, like I said, in different settings, and I think that would be really interesting. Different environments and new anomalies and whatnot, based around the setting itself, or just enough to really catch you off guard. And I think that would be really exciting. Like I said, there's also a live action version of this movie apparently, so I'm not sure how you can watch it if it's only in Japan or if it's streaming somewhere I'm not familiar with. So go check that out if you haven't, and if you know where to watch it, let me know. Anyways, keep up the great work, and I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? Do you just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything, and go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. If you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and don't forget.
The pale moth is always watching.